Hi, I'm Pastor Mike Marcus, and I am appointed St. Paul's to lead the Presence Ministry. And I wanted to share this week's devotion from a little bit of a different angle. This is my daughter Mallory, and this week she is going to teach us a little bit more about spiritual disciplines and what they mean. For those of you who haven't been made familiar with spiritual disciplines, these are practices that we incorporate into our everyday. So that we can continue to nurture the soil from which our faith grows, metaphorically speaking. Everyone can experience spiritual disciplines in a different way, but the root of them is very similar. No matter which spiritual discipline resonates most with you, all of them help us grow in our faith in ways that we don't necessarily expect. And so Mallory's going to teach us a little bit about that.
When Mallory was just learning to crawl, she had a fascination with the stairs, and it started with one stair and eventually became the whole flight until she was climbing up them faster than I could. Spiritual disciplines are somewhat similar. They start off, they're these routine foundational things like journaling and fasting and prayer and meditation and reflection that allow us opportunities to see God's presence in our lives in a deeper way. Journaling for me has been foundational in my spiritual life because it gives me an opportunity to reflect on where I have been. I go back and read other entries and I start to see where there are points of congruency and start to see, oh, yeah, maybe I have grown from this point. And so like Mallory, sometimes we have to be consistent and we have to be willing to push ourselves a little bit more each day, because sometimes it can seem like a spiritual discipline is just another item on an overwhelming to-do list. But the reality is it is foundational for our day-to-day life as we experience crises and as we continue to seek the active presence of God in our lives. And so from Mallory and myself to all of you, our beloved community of St. Paul's, we give thanks to God for you, and we encourage you all to keep climbing.